Hi there, I'm Tim from Experimental RC, and today in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the new Turnigy V2 micro quadcopter from Hobbyking. So I've been looking for a while to buy a cheap quadcopter to learn on. At the moment I don't have any experience with multi-rotors, this is my first one, but I do want to eventually build a larger setup that I can use for aerial videography. Obviously I need to start somewhere, and that somewhere for me is going to be with this Turnigy micro quadcopter. It's a very competitively priced plug-and-play unit, which is good because it takes a lot of the variables out of building your own quadcopter, hopefully giving a first-time user like myself a more enjoyable learning experience. It also has a number of other advantages, which is why I bought it. Compared to other small quadcopters that are small enough to be flown indoors like this, it actually uses a KK2.0 Control Board, which is similar to what would be used in a larger real quadcopter for a real application like aerial video, so you get a bit of experience with that. Also, it has these nice little brushless motors and little speed controllers to go along with them, which are very modular, so if I crash it beyond repair, I can reuse a lot of the electronics in other projects. The quad itself is 25 centimeters wide, and it has these little propellers which break quite easily, so I recommend you order some spare parts. Also, the weird thing about these propellers is they don't quite fit on the shaft, they're a bit too small. So you actually have to drill them out to make them a bit larger, but be careful you don't make too much of a hole or they will fall off. It's quite durable. I've already done a few small repairs with super glue, but it is a very durable unit. And it's also quite easy to fly. I haven't balanced the props, and I probably should, because as you'll see in the flight footage here, it is somewhat shaky. And I don't have much experience with it, but I'll play some of the flight footage now. According to the Hobbyking website, they recommend you use a 2-cell battery with this unit. I'm actually flying it with a 3-cell just because I like to live in the danger zone, and also I don't have any 2-cell batteries on me. But other than that, it flies really well. The one complaint I had, which is kind of weird, is my first few flights with it, I was using a 2-cell battery I had, and I think that might have been the problem, that it had a too small of a discharge rate or something. But basically what would happen is it would be flying quite nicely, then all of a sudden 2 of the motors would cut off. It would kind of feel like I lost power or range with the transmitter, which I didn't. But anyway, 2 of the motors would pop off, and it would kind of flip over, and the other 2 would keep on, and it would land on the ground and kind of crash around, and I'd be like watching it like, are you gonna stop? Are you done? And it would just be but anyway, since I started using the new battery, that seems to have been dealt with. Other than that, it's a great little unit. It's a lot of fun to fly. It flies quite well, and it's easy to fly. And it is definitely what I'm looking for in a first-time quadcopter.